So, hi. I hope everybody is doing well. We are getting close to the end of the Worldwide Writeathon. We are going to really quickly, let's go around starting with Sherri, and we're going to go clockwise. So it'll drop from Glory to Ashley. And we'll do that every time. That way it helps a little bit. And then we'll end with me. So, Sherri.
Hi, my name is Sherri, or SherringFordge. I stream on Twitch from Tuesdays through Sundays, like 4 hours every stream. I write. Currently, I'm working on an urban fantasy project, which is Interview with a Vampire meets Clueless. And I overslept this morning because that dance party was popping.
Yes.
I channeled Nia for a moment there, and I was a spin class instructor. It was choices, but like good choices.
All right. Glory.
Hi, I'm Glory. My channel is GloryWritesTheBlues. I stream every Monday at 4 p.m. We do sort of a podcast type thing, and this Monday we are going to talk about pitches and queries because yes, and also I just feel like it makes all writers better the more we practice pitches. So it's going to be super fun.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Hi, I'm Ashley B. I write for children and adults. I am a songwriter and I host productivity sprints over on Twitch with my name. And just that on Twitch. And then I always have way too many projects going. I know. This is early morning Ashley energy, and I'm sorry. I have too many projects going.
I look for Sherri's reactions.
Yeah, I know. Just always. Was it funny or was it awkward, Sherri? Tell me. Okay, and I always have too many projects going on, and that's me. And now it's your turn.
Hi everyone, I'm Chandra Arthur. I have a YouTube channel as Chandra Arthur and also on Twitch at SeeChanWrite. And I stream on Tuesdays, alternating from YouTube to Twitch from 8 to 10. I also post videos on YouTube every Wednesday and Friday, so keep an eye out for those. And I write science fiction, historical fiction, and fantasy.
Also, she's a cat mom.
I am a cat mom.
If that wasn't obvious. Guess it's my turn. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm a self-published author of 5, soon to be 6 books. I stream a lot of writing sprints on Twitch and on YouTube. Normally it was just Sundays for YouTube, and this month I've decided to do all of them everywhere at the same time. So yeah, and I sometimes remember to use my YouTube channel for sit-down videos, and those are normally about writing or musical theater.
Yes.
Awesome. And you are here on my channel. My name is Nia. I am the Vixen Of Fiction here on YouTube and on Twitch, and we are simulcasting today because I wanted to make sure I've got some Twitch streamers on here, so I wanted to get them some exposure over there, so you guys can follow them there and subscribe if you like. And here on YouTube, of course, hit the like and subscribe. Go to everybody's channel. Everyone's linked below, and there's other fabulous author tubers in the chat. Meet people. Say hi. I am an aspiring writer. I do all kinds of crafty things. I like journaling. I like baking, and I'm a plant mom and a puppy mom. And I'm a mom of a whole lot of a human mom of a whole lot of kids. And I write historical fiction, sci-fi, and fantasy. I like a little bit of romance and mystery mixed all in there. And I stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays here on YouTube and on Twitch. And I'm getting ready to start a series called Back to Books because I need it. Because I need it.
I just wanted to shout out the fact that Nia and Ashley have like really chill vibes. There's if you're going to be going for Nia's streams, her vibes are like, we are going to be chatting for this exact amount of time and we're going to be sprinting for this exact amount of time. And like I'm going to walk you through this. Like with Ashley, however, it's like those beautiful like playing cards situation. So you never know how much time is going to go by, and it's always chaos. I have a quote unquote set time for sprinting, but like sometimes I'll just be like talking in the middle of a sprint to myself and forget that my mic is hot. Chaos.
So you have levels of chaos.
Yes.
A little bit of chaos, medium chaos,
spicy chaos,
cat squid chaos.
The habanero spice chaos.
Yeah, and everybody who knows me and has been on my streams, they know these subjects that will get me derailed. But that's okay.
I'm behaving.
Is that a challenge?
No. No.
I signed a contract in blood to Jessica Williamson, so like I can't.
We have to.
I'm teasing.
You're not allowed, but I have not yet signed a contract.
I don't remember signing a contract.
What is it? This is Chandra's pot, to which she may.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hello, good morning. Let's say hi to everybody and then we can get started. Hello, Miguel. It's almost bedtime on the other side of the world. Hello, Amy.
Zara's
here.
In spirit.
Am I getting hit in the face with a cattail?
Yes. Hi, Michael. Ashley was in the chat saying hi,
I'm
people.
here.
Yes, she's here now. Let's see who else is here. Oh, we got so many people here. I'm going to try and run through them. We're just waving to everybody. Hello, hello,
We're just going to wave for
How
like
are
a solid.
you? Yes, a solid. Hi. Hi to everybody. We're so glad you're here. Tired. Yes. Woo.
Yep, everybody's worn out. It's the last day of the convention.
Are we just doing the
hang
Queen's
in
wave?
there.
Is that what
All
we've
of it,
decided
yeah.
on?
Oh, yeah. Chandra has the awesome wave.
If I can just keep it in frame.
I was going to say,
channeling Chandra. Oh my gosh. Gal, there's so many comments. I really want to say hi to everybody. Hi.
There's a lot going on in the chat.
Yes, there is.
that's good though. That's
It
exciting.
is.
We're so glad you're here.
Thank
We
you for
are.
hanging out.
Yeah, this is
I
awesome.
love the
Yes.
Writeathon. It brings so many people together.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's exactly why I love
Absolutely.
it. Yep. Oh, yay, good. Pushing through. Yes, yes. You guys, you got this. Morning. Hello. You guys, Chandra is the only one who's still waving. The rest of you have slacked off. All of these people. No, just
My wrist.
My face is
My
a
wrist
greeting.
started hurting. We're writers.
I'm just my wrist.
kidding.
May I introduce
Really?
you to the wonderful world of dictation?
Yes. Howdy. Yes. Hello. Hello. Everyone, we're
Like
ready
I-
to start again. Yes.
Barbie
Yes.
wrist.
I hope everybody. Please stop waving. Don't hurt yourself. I was kidding.
I will absentmindedly just be like,
I do too. I'm just like. But
it
I
doesn't
only,
mean I don't
I
mean
mostly
it.
use this hand. Yes, we do mean hi, everybody. We're saying hi with our hearts. Yes. We're saying hi with our
I
hearts.
like that. I like that.
But we are so glad everybody's here. I hope everybody's ready to keep on trucking and get some work done.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
you
have been
finish
mostly
this book.
editing.
Devin's
Yes,
here.
that's awesome. Yes, Devin is here.
Devin's here making fun of our slacking off.
I know. You know, just wave slackers.
Oh yes. Glory was in the chat too. Look at you guys are doing awesome.
You're here.
You guys are doing fantastic. They're like, I said hi in the chat, so I don't have to wave anymore.
I'm like, oh, there's a chat.
Yes, we are starting. Are you guys ready?
For what?
Yes.
There's so many. Good morning to everybody. Really, we are happy if you're here.
Yes.
There's so many. I want to say hi to everyone.
Opening my phone so I can like the stream.
Y'all keep saying hi,
Yay.
and then we won't ever sprint.
Yeah.
Yes. But then we
And
will
this
have
is
broken-
how
we will have broken the contract, and then what? I don't know what happened.
Well, we were just trying to make sure
We
that
were trying to be
everybody.
nice.
There will be a reckoning with Jessica if we don't sprint.
That's right.
How long is the first sprint? I want to set up a forest room for people.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, where did my phone go?
Do you
So I
guys
can
want to do
join.
15-minute warm up, or you want to start right with a 20?
Ooh, I like the 15.
You like the 15?
Your
Either
channel
way,
rules.
it's
I have
your
no
channel.
preference.
Mm-hmm.
It's your party.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I had a 20 up, but I can find a
Maybe
15.
So we'll go with 20. It's your channel.
Let's do
this
it.
is whatever easiest
You
for
know
you.
what?
It's also noon. Well, it's noon where I am, so
Yeah,
I am where I
yeah.
am too.
I think everyone's good. Are you guys good for 20?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
I
All
feel
right.
like it's probably not anyone's necessarily first sprint of like
Yeah.
the day in whatever time. Okay, well, I take it back.
I was in a chat stream earlier, so I didn't get any writing done unless that writing was just like me yelling at Sam about like Sailor Moon crystals. So that's what I got done.
There was so much going on in the chat. Oh, wow. You guys.
I like to join the forest rooms. I'm always afraid that somebody is going to call me and wreck it for everyone.
If you turn off deep focus mode for yourself, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm excited
Is
to join
there
the room.
A code? For
Yes,
the
I'm going to
Yeah.
show the code in the comments. I'm actually just looking at the last time Nia was on my channel when she picked trees because I don't know what she would like. So I'm just scrolling through my channel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we're not started yet. Sorry, the timer just wanted
The
to go.
timer was like,
I
you
didn't want to
guys.
scare everybody. Like, are we supposed to be sprinting already? No. Let's get into the Forest app, and then we will start sprinting. And while we're doing that, I'm going to keep saying hello. let me know when you have a code.
Okay, you know what? For some reason, my YouTube is saying that you only pick like one tree for a group stream, which is false, but I don't know.
I remember one time I picked a whole bunch of trees for you.
I know, but I think that was on Twitch, so it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
on YouTube, which was my bad.
Gotcha.
So I apologize, everyone.
Someone
also my cat is
like,
leaving
I'm
too.
here to get the
Hi,
point.
kitty.
Okay. Forest room is 4-day XNMT. I can also say that in military phonetics if people would like, but not my stream, so I don't want to take over.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. We got a few seconds.
Oh, for some reason that typed out wrong in the comments. I don't know what happened. So
It's
for
not working.
Juliet X-ray November Mike Tango.
Oh,
that's correct.
That I typed because I don't.
Oh,
know.
F. I see. Got it.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think my fingers
Oh,
lined
gotcha.
on the keyboard correctly. So my
Okay,
bad.
there.
I deleted the wrong comment in the YouTube, but for people on Twitch and if my fellow co-hosts on StreamYard are seeing both the wrong code and the correct code.
All right. Are you guys ready then?
got it.
Yep.
We're ready, Eddie.
All right. Let's go. Whoop, whoop.
did it. How did everybody do?
Hello. Sorry. I muted everything, which I don't normally do, but I'm trying to work on a video, so I didn't want it to accidentally come through. So I'm like, let me mute everything. And now I'm like, where is it? Where is it? With my million tabs and everything open, I'm like,
Relatable.
I can't find anything.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So how did everybody do?
I mean, I accomplished things that are not traditionally directly writerly, right? You know, I did health things. I ate part of a bagel.
People need to stop talking about food on sprints.
Like,
I haven't eaten today. So this is like literally the first thing I put in my body today, y'all. It was necessary for me to think like a human being. So I had to like refuel the system in order to get only good things out.
Yes.
And then like I may have like put a little thing on Instagram to like, oh, hello, look at all the lovely people I'm hanging out with. You know, and and that was about the end of the spread. So, you know, writer adjacent things are the things I accomplished.
Yeah. Very good.
Those are important things.
I felt like the bagel was super important, as was finally getting to drink my coffee. Yes.
Coffee.
I thank you for that, because I realize that I also have bagels in the house.
Yes, you need to take care of them, or they will be so sad that they will like mold out of sadness.
Right.
Yes.
Because that's how it works.
It's out of sadness that happens. Yeah, I agree. I firmly believe this.
I'm still working on getting this video finished. I'm trying to find music that I want to go with it. So
That's so hard.
It is. It's really hard. Every time I think I'm okay with something, I'm like, oh, but is it really not? I don't know. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
I don't think, since you're using Streamlabs OBS, I don't think it pulls sound from within your computer. So I think you should be safe.
Yeah, Streamlabs doesn't, but I'm on, or StreamYard. Does StreamYard?
StreamYard doesn't do that.
Okay.
Ever. Unless you specifically share
there's
the
a check
sound.
mark that says share audio too.
Yep.
So
Okay.
if you don't do that, you're fine. And
Okay.
A few weekends ago, I had a friend who's a Broadway actress on, and I kept forgetting to hit the share audio, like the thing. And I was like, I know it's there. Why am I forgetting to hit it? So like, I think
Also, with with web pages, I know you can do that, but I haven't been able to if it's not a web page to actually intentionally share sound.
Yeah. All I know is I remember earlier you guys said you heard something on my laptop, so I'm like, I didn't do anything to make it. But when we were backstage, so I'm like, I
trust nothing.
Literally, I trust nothing. That is me. I'm like, with the last, it'll be just very unexpected loudness and a bunch of silence, and everybody will look at me like, what is going on?
Everybody's mouths are moving, but why is no sound coming out?
Oh, that's relatable.
we're in the twilight zone. Live with it.
Is it llamas with hats where they're like screaming and then silence?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, yeah.
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna need this Dark Academia playlist now.
Yes. Has anybody checked out Olivia A. Lee's YouTube playlist stuff? Her Dark Academia gives me life.
No, I have not. I have to do this.
And she also lists them in the description for the Spotify playlist. It's the same playlist, but that way you can like listen on Spotify. And I'm like, I appreciate your consideration.
That is awesome.
Yes, we need these. Okay, so this was the answer to the question, Palace, and only there with no Civil War. That would be okay.
I feel like so many answers to that question is like without the plot of the thing that it's in. Like I want to live in the after the happily ever after.
Well, that's why I couldn't think of anything, because all the books I read, horrible things happen to the characters.
Beautiful place, but everything is going terrible.
Everything's like I'd like to go to Hogwarts after the Wizarding War is done. Secondly,
exactly.
So there's no like threat of a third one, you know.
Yes.
And then Narnia, you don't want to be there when the White Witch is alive. And they're just, I could keep going on and on and on.
I want to be a hobbit.
This is why I picked the world of Lucifer. It's basically just LA, only
but with Lux.
Yes.
And I said that we would hit up
Lux
every weekend.
Oh my God, I love this music.
I would just want to hear him perform, like Lucifer's voice. And
just have him at the piano
with like a drink
day.
in hand and like an awesome vibe.
I have not watched that show. Should I watch that?
Do it now, actually. While we're sprinting, just watch Lucifer.
Yeah.
I will say I kind of hated season 3, and when it got canceled on Fox after that, I was like, it deserved it, but Netflix saved it, and season 4 and 5 are slapping. So
yes,
it's better on Netflix.
It's better on Netflix, but season 1 and season 2 are good, and then season 3, you're like, you finish season 3, and you're like, I understand why it was canceled.
Did the CW take over? Like that's what I was thinking when I watched.
I mean,
season 3.
Did feel like the CW because they always go south like after the second season during the third season.
Mm-hmm.
It's like any show that I'm like after the third season, I'm normally like I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think CW does, Fox does, a lot of networks. It's like, what happened?
Did you fire all of the people in the writer's room and then replace them with cheaper people who'd never written before? Is that what it is?
I mean, it kind of sounds like it. Yeah.
That could be a thing.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with Sarah Cahill. The Good Place. Yeah.
Ooh,
Sherri,
yeah.
Have you not watched The Good Place?
I haven't. Okay, so here's the thing.
I haven't watched it yet either.
My wife has seen The Good Place and said to me, we should watch this together. And I went, oh my God, you're right. This seems like exactly my this seems like my jam. This seems like my peanut butter and jelly. I'm going to do it. And then anime. Like 2020 anime happened and it's like, oh my God, everything's good though.
Yes.
What? And I was shook. I woke up from years of weeb deep sleep and like there was a whole new world of anime that I hadn't seen before. And then I just
Fair. That's fair.
On the subject of writing, I did
that thing that we do.
I outlined a little. And in the process of doing so, I learned some stuff about my world.
That's great.
Yay.
And I think it actually makes it better.
Mm-hmm.
So
very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So like some mini world building type stuff inside of your outlining.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like when you have like characters interact and like they butt up against each other, like the things that you know and you learn something new about both of them or you learn why they have a particular trait. It's kind of like that, but environmental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like
it when that happens.
I'm be excited about that.
I just finished my book. I did the 3 edits, and then while we were reading the answers for the sprint question.
Yay!
That's
awesome.
The last 2 chapters, and everyone was just like all my alpha readers were just like, "Oh my God, I love this!" Like just it's with different parts. So it's done.
Yay!
We did it. That's awesome. Congrats.
TARDIS.
I have yet to experience this feeling, so it's just like, ooh, what is it? How is it? Did you love it?
Climbed a mountain, and like you kind of want to just. You're like, I'm never gonna like go through that again, and then we're writers, so we obviously put ourselves through it again.
Yes,
like I've reached the pinnacle of the mountain, and maybe I'm gonna live here now. I'm not gonna go back down and do this again. No.
I was about to say.
But then you see that other mountain over there,
and you're like,
the thing about mountain climbing is you go up. But then you're going to have to get off the mountain
other mountains to climb that are already listed. And I'm sure that before I finish that list, the list is going to get longer. So I'm just trying to write faster than my brain can come up with like new unrelated.
No.
I started a book of ideas so that I can like tell my brain, like, no, we wrote that down. Continue.
Yes.
Go. do things that you need to do.
Yeah, I do that too. It's not in a separate book, but it's definitely in a separate file. So I have a bunch of files of a story idea came, and I was doing one of them, and Sherri was like, "What are you doing? Supposed to be doing the other thing." I was like, "Just let me write it down really quick. I promise."
I'm physically and emotionally invested in the one that you're doing right now because you have me on the list.
Like, where someone constantly like, "Are you writing the thing that I'm waiting for?" I don't know.
This is me and Glory. I'm like, how are my people?
Oh,
have you talked to them lately?
Still about to leave. They haven't left the town yet.
I actually woke up in the middle of the night thinking about that and almost messaged you.
I have the council of
I'm just
Sarah's
gonna hide
for
my
this.
face in writer's shame right now. It's okay. Don't mind me.
I have the council of Sarah's for this, and they're all my CP partners, and most of them are named Sarah, and I've named them the council of Sarah's, and every once in a while I'll just like
added
drop.
to shake things up, or is it exclusive to Sarah?
Yeah, I think
My
Sarah
name
definitely is
My name
adjacent.
doesn't have an H.
One
and it has
one
a
of
D
them
instead.
one of them is a day, so like
Okay.
Yeah.
so the council of Sarah's is just like the fake
The name.
Anyway, and I'll just like drop snippets of like what I've already been working on, and then they'll scream at me, and then it's like, oh wait, but what if I change my mind though? And then like all of the things I've sent them recently, I've just deleted off of the main document, and they're so mad at me right now.
They're like, "What are you doing, woman?"
Focus.
Focus. What is that?
I don't know.
But if it involves pretty trees, I can maybe get on board with it.
Focus is an app on your phone. You can download it.
Yeah, you don't actually
it's
have
that
to like
meditation thing.
embody
I
it.
heard that.
Oh,
You
does
can
it just
download
like
it.
run in the background while you do other things?
Yeah. It's pretty great.
That's how I.
That's how I focus.
Focus is the thing that keeps your cat fed, but not you.
Oh God, I feel so seen right now.
So here's my problem with Vampire Diaries. I don't want to die. I'm sorry.
What a segue. Love it.
I don't want to die.
Just because my maker is an idiot.
Oh my god.
Because you know
Yeah,
how
I
they
mean, that
be.
does really suck.
They just be reckless with their life, and then all of a sudden you out here having a good time, minding your own business, and you pop.
So-
Well, it's not your maker. It's more that, God forbid, your original.
Yeah, same difference. I feel
That
like I
your
would have
maker is a part, that lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
would
like
have to
I feel
say
like
them,
in the
put 'em in a box.
www merch store there should be a mug that says, "So here's my problem about Vampire Diaries."
I mean,
There
I
really
think
should
that-
be.
I think we've got something here. I'm here for this mug. I've still never watched
well, like
it, never read it.
Also,
I
we
will have a
were
mug.
we were ripping on it in Glory stream last
I-
night.
So many problems.
It's a thing.
So
Yeah.
you know, I left Glory's stream. If I had known when I got home that I could have just changed out of my work clothes, you guys were still running when I got home.
Same.
We did 8 hours and 51 minutes live streaming that chat. Every time I was like, "So are we ready to wrap this up?" Everybody would blink at me like, "Why did you take away my puppy?" So I was like, "Well, like I can't end it." Because it's like, well, they had only ever told me like, "Look, Glory, you can chat as long as you want, but you just don't run into another chat." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's fine because there's not another chat till 9 a.m. the next morning, ladies. Let's keep going."
I was there for 6 hours in chat and on screen combined, but I was only on screen from 6:30 to 8:15 because health stuff was just like, you're done for the day. Honestly.
Sarah's body
Very
was
short
like, "No,
appearance.
we're good."
But like I was bummed because I would have stayed on screen longer for the chat because I liked where it was going. But then
Yeah, we
I was
kept
just
going.
like, I'm tired.
No, I literally, I got home, like got into bed, was like, actually turning over to go to sleep. So I opened my phone, obviously, and was like, wait, streamed 39 minutes ago. What do you mean?
Yep. Yeah, we were, and we went into books. We were, because like Heather came on, and so did Stephanie. We were all sharing books that have been really helpful for us as writers. We were talking about journalism versus poetry background. It was exciting the last several hours. It was fun.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Yeah,
that.
if I did, I would have gone back on if I'd had, but I had something I actually had to work on. So I went into the dance party and I went on somebody else's writing stream. They were killing it at the dance party too.
Yes.
Also, this is a sidebar. Some of you have already heard this request. It looks like Jessica's in the chat, so I just want to put it out there while she's here. Could we get badges for replays and for watching all the streams?
Mm-hmm.
No, not watching, but like rewatching. If you go back and
you play the bingo on the rewatch on my
the bingo,
chat, you just let me know in the comments, and I will send you a digital badge for watching the replay. I will make you one with your name on it.
What is compliment bondage?
Inquiring
minds need to know.
Yes.
It's when you're complimenting someone and they're like being like, oh no, and you're like, you have to sit there and take this.
You have to take this compliment as much as you're like, I'm so uncomfortable because I'm not good at taking compliments, and you have to sit there and deal with
and listen. Yeah, and then they usually give you more compliments. I learned
they pile it on of like all the good qualities you have that you don't want anyone to talk about because no, I did not wear enough makeup for you not to see the blush.
I'm sorry.
It's like normally I'm okay with one compliment, but then everyone on AuthorTube will be like, "Oh, Zara like gets all this stuff." I'm like, no, I was okay with one. That was my limit, and then it's like,
oh please no, this is never going to happen to me. Worship me.
Good. People should learn to take a compliment.
Yes. I think so. I think it's an important skill that I do not possess.
I had a family member who couldn't accept one, which is why I like made it my goal to be able to accept one, and that's where I peaked.
I will also say though, and I won't tell the whole story because it's kind of a sad story, but I tried to compliment somebody one time, and like they went so far in the opposite direction that they ended up making it like a horrible, awkward situation in which I decided to delete myself. Just take the compliment, people, please. Take it and go.
Yeah, it's hard, but I learned the first time I was on Glory's channel, they're like, as soon as I was like, oh no, they were saying something nice, and then they're like, she's like, compliment bondage. I'm like, what's happening?
And the chat immediately, the chat, as soon as like somebody either in chat or on screen says compliment bondage, everybody starts with the compliments. We're gonna get you used to this.
I was like, oh no,
you
trial by fire.
Trauma.
Further proving that Sam and I are the same person, she too enjoys being washed in compliments. So, look, I'm not alone, and that's really important to me.
I aspire to you, Sherri. Like, I wish to be able to graciously accept all the compliments. I'm just, it's going to take a long time for me. I'm going to have to climb that mountain.
Kate's here.
Kate's comment.
I know the chat jumped all over the place. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, Kate's comment was, here's my problem with Vampire Diaries. I have come in at the perfect time.
Nice. That's hilarious.
It's true though.
So many problems, guys. Like I have yeah, we're getting ready to do
mug. I think it would be like, or a t-shirt. Here's my problem with Vampire Diaries. Like, people, you would just be walking down the street. People like, why are you attacking my show?
Excuse me, what?
You would meet a lot of new people.
Not that I wouldn't wear the shirt, but I feel like the mug, like sipping like my hot tea, is like a better, like it sets the visual tone faster.
Yes. It's tailor made for those sit down vlogs.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Kate's collection with all of her magical mugs.
Yes. Most definitely. We need
We
that.
should sprint.
We need
Yes.
to sprint
Yes,
because
we
I've
do.
got to do at least 2 more of these 20-minute sprints. Jessica's here. She's watching.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Jessica, I saw you comment in the dance party, like, oh, are we back to Klaus? But I had the dance party on mute because I wasn't feeling too well last night. So I was like, I'm going to have to watch this on replay. I haven't yet, but like, I will be
Your
rewatching
batteries
this.
were empty. What are you gonna like? That's
Yeah.
not your fault.
Donnie said no.
Ooh, the forest room is in the chat. That's all we're waiting for to sprint.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I put it in twice.
She
Okay.
lived through her
A
teeth.
lot of people are in the room.
All right. I'm not going to come in, so I'm good. Are you guys ready then?
There are
Yes.
10 people in the
So
fourth
ready?
room, so I think we're good. If you're not
All
in
right,
this
guys.
fourth room, we'll do another one.
Okay. All right, guys. You ready? Let's go. All right. How did you guys do? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to answer question number 2, what is your favorite book, comic, or game adaptation? You can go ahead and do that too. How's everybody doing? How'd it go?
I read through a lot of the stuff I did on Saturday, which, I mean, I started really early on Saturday, and oh wow, it's like looking at someone else's writing. It's like, who are you?
Wow.
Like, did someone possess my body and then type with my fingers? Because who is this? Who is this? And also, to answer question 2, and I'm going to make it my personal mission to answer with exactly the same answer every single time. But my favorite book, I mean, this is a comic. My favorite comic adaptation to a movie is Lucifer, because Lucifer is from the Sandman series.
Very
how
different,
you did that.
but I love it.
Exactly. I love how she did that. I need someone.
I saw that comic from a mile away, and I was like, "Do I do it in the chat, or do I just let her do it?"
Now I just need someone to say the Vampire Diaries just for Kate.
By the way, Zara
fun.
is channeling Cruella.
Yes, Zara looks
Like it.
amazing.
Yes.
I have red lipstick, red nails, but also red pants, which are kind of hard to see.
Oh, I love
But
that.
I have them ripped because she's kind of punky in the movie. But then
Yes.
also, this is actual official Cruella
merch. Yes.
Yeah, from Hot Topic,
I
and it's
love
like
it.
inspired by her final outfit in the movie. And I'm
Beautiful.
I'm sorry.
I haven't
love
seen
it.
it.
I'm feeling myself, and I wanted to share.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
Fantastic. Yes, you look fabulous.
Let me tell you the ways.
How much time do you have?
You might want to sit down for this.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's trying to eat my bagel. No bagel for you.
Oh, no, for Kitty. Come on.
My mom made biscuits, and she didn't tell me, but I walked out and I smelled the biscuits, so that was my reward for finishing my book.
Yay!
Nice.
Oh yeah,
My
we
cat
already
eats butter, so you know I can't let anything with butter out, or else she's like, "Hi."
He's usually really good about, especially since I gave him his breakfast already, he's usually really good about respecting my breakfast.
Yes.
Usually.
My boundaries, cat. We talked about this. You were there. I remember.
Honestly, I will break up
There
with
are
whole
no boundaries.
people. Right? But my cat doesn't realize that I will break up with whole entire people over food, so he better not try me.
Yes.
Do not come for my snacks.
Yes.
If I'm in a sharing mood, you will know about it. If I am not,
Right.
you will know about it.
I feel like there might be a lot of Shadow and Bone.
I've not seen, so I haven't read the books yet, so obviously I haven't watched the show.
No. Okay, here's the thing. I hadn't read the books before I watched the show, and there's a reason I did that. Because they did a big change for the show that is not in the books. Well, they did one that like introduced a bunch of racism that a lot of people got mad at, and as someone who like that racism made me feel seen.
Hello, fellow rice eater.
Yeah, exactly. I was okay. So that was one thing, but the main thing that happens in the show that doesn't happen in the books is that they have the characters from the second series, the Six of Crows duology, existing in the show in a prequel story that the author wrote with the show writers. So like if you read the book first and then you watch the show, you're going to be like, oh my God, why they add in these characters? But if you watch the show, you can enjoy it in all its glory and then read the books and then.
Okay, well, you have me convinced. Thanks. I'm sold.
So I watched the first season as a control group with Nia and Sarah Cahill. And they were like, just like, and I was sitting there being like, oh, that's a death flag.
Oh, now
this is
Literally, we're all
excited about
intense.
it.
And she's like, that's black.
I'm just like, hello, you cute? That's a cane. Is it like functional?
By the way, season 2 hasn't been officially been announced, but it's been leaked by multiple sources, including the Netflix's own YouTube channel.
That's
where
funny.
It was unlisted, and the description of the video says not to be released until June 9th.
That's funny.
It's like you're bad. Whoopsie doodle.
We haven't finished the Netflix show yet, but that's because my husband got really into it and was like, "You can't watch it without me." Oh, okay, but you're never here.
Same with my wife. We stalled after episode 2 because we were supposed to watch it together.
There was I can't remember what stream I was on. I don't know if it was one of mine or if I was on someone else's, but I was talking about like how I like Shadow and Bone more than other like young adult fantasy stories, because it's like they happen to be young adults, but it's not like, oh, you turn a certain age and like suddenly you're the world's savior.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for that question, I'm going to go with a standalone book, which is We Have Always Lived in the Castle.
Yes. Oh,
the
my
movie
goodness.
for that was really good, in my opinion. It was very underrated. And I felt like it was the first time that I was able to clearly visualize the characters, because I read the book 3 times. The first 2 times I didn't realize that the main character was actually an adult.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Like, I was on a Reddit thread because I love the book so much, and not very many people I know have read it. So I was like looking for people who had also read it, and then I was reading the conversation, and someone was like, well, she's 19. And I was like, what? So then I went back and reread the whole book, and I was like, oh my God, she is.
Have you read Haunting of Hill House?
Not yet.
Okay. It is not the same. You want to watch an adaptation that is like, we like the title. Then do I have a show for you?
I feel like that's a whole review right there. They said, we like the title.
It's a great
title. Print, moving on. That's like a roast in a sentence, and you're done.
That book has
really is.
It may be the best opening line to a book.
Oh, now I want to read it.
Ever. Let me find the opening line. I'm just going to convince everyone that this is a book that you need to read.
Yeah.
The person, Zara or Sarah, I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce the X. My bad. I probably should, given our names are so close. Said Matilda, and I really like the movie, but I actually like the musical better, because it's more hopeful, and I just Also, normally musical over movie for me. Not to say I don't love movies, but like
no.
But if it's a movie musical, it's normally way below. Like Les Mis, don't talk to me. Rent is a good example. Les Mis with Hugh Jackman, who I love. Awful example.
Yeah, that's so. Why?
Okay, I got it.
It makes me sad.
I got Hill House. I'm gonna read this paragraph, and then everybody should go add it to your local bookstore's website online shopping cart, right? No live organism can continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Even larks and katydids are supposed by some to dream. Hill House, not sane, stood by itself against the hills, holding darkness within. It had stood so for 80 years and might stand for 80 more. Within, walls continued upright, bricks met neatly, floors were firm, and doors were sensibly shut. Silence lay steadily against the wood and stone of Hill House, and whatever walked there walked alone.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Reading that book.
Yes.
Horror scares me, but I might if that's worth it.
It's so good. The part that scared me the most when I was reading the book, I put it down for like an hour and then had to pick it up, and that it was the biggest scary moment. And because I'm not good at reading scary books either.
I love the flavor of horror that this is, like
Yes.
where it's that trauma. It's
Yes.
this it's the ghost that's haunting you is something that happened to you, and every time you face that monster, as it were, it's you against yourself, like coming up on those terrifying things that lurk in the back of your mind. Like, that's the sort of horror that I live for.
I really liked the book and was like, they made a show,
and then
they took a title. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is, I already had it on my
good.
to read list, but I forgot about it because there's like 1,000 books on my to read list.
Listen to the choir.
Well, it's fine. It's not even a big deal because I'm cleaning up my TBR list.
Yes.
Right? Right?
Are you though?
Right?
I made a video where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read, a bunch of books, and I have since making that video, I've read one of them. Because I was instead writing 2 novels back to back to back.
Cool. So basically, I
No,
hexed myself. It's fine.
Yes.
I
hope I haven't
just made that
yourself.
video. I literally just made that video of like, here's what's on my currently reading list, and I'm gonna clean it up. Why don't you come watch me fail at life?
no.
Yeah. So I haven't posted my video yet. Maybe I'm rethinking this whole thing now.
Please don't.
You know
Post
what?
your video after you've read
I
it.
would read a few more
There you
books so that you know that you can do it, and then post the video and be like, I didn't read those books yet. I'm gonna read them.
Here's my problem though. I read 10 books last month. None of them were on my list.
Oh no.
Yes.
That's so funny.
I did amazing.
That's
That's the
so
wrong
funny.
thing.
Yeah, I feel like TBR becomes like a sacred column, a stack of books that shall not be touched, versus the consuming books are the ones we don't tell anyone about. We just
Right.
I can read a romance in 3 hours, in one go, and they're never on my list, which is
course not,
all
because-
other genres, and I need to read them, but I have not.
They don't need to be on your list because you don't need to be reminded to read them. You're just tearing through them.
Yes.
I'm doing I'm doing the Grisha verse books through audiobooks, and that's not on my list, but I have Ninth House by BPedigo on my list, and part of me is do I just jump to that?
The thing that I seem to do though is I have one long book that I'm everyone should read this, so I'm reading it in the background.
TBR to be reshelved. Sorry, just shouting that out.
Can we get that as a t-shirt?
Yes, please.
So I have this one long book that I'll be reading in the background, and then I'll have a series or something. Right now I'm reading the Will Trent series from Karen Slaughter, and I'm just blowing through that. And then I started Mistborn, so I'm blowing through those.
Ooh.
And so all of my free time and free money goes towards those books. And then everything else, I'll just slog through the one long one in the background, and then everything else just falls by the wayside.
I had this moment during the darkest depths of lockdown, and I woke up one day and went, I'm going to reread all of Sweet Valley High.
That was delightful.
Did you do that?
It was great. I was I got to Illinois during that time, so I was desperately missing California, and it was great.
Gave you what you needed.
So talk me out of doing that, but with the Sookie Stackhouse series.
Never. I can't do it.
I was gonna say you're coming to the wrong people.
I'm sorry.
Read
Read that. You need some cotton candy. You need some fluff. You need those. You need to replenish your writing compost. And when you were that age, when you hit when you come up to something that you used to love when you were at a tender age, for example, Twilight, you can relive all of those memories again. You see yourself, and then you see it's looking back in your past and accepting who you are, what changed about you, and it's going to just drive your writing so Don't worry about these new books that you're reading right now. Visit yourself. Visit with yourself, Chandra.
Yeah.
Okay, it's final. I'm doing it. I'm going to reread them, and I'm really excited about it. So, yeah.
Are there 2 Ks in that?
Yes. It's really hard.
I didn't want to read it out loud and interrupt the discussion, but for people who need it read out loud, it is 3 Bravo Foxtrot Kilo 2 Zulu.
Also, always just always interrupt, because I feel like
we can talk for
be
forever.
trusted.
Over Talker Central. This is how we operate.
We're about to be legal because I'm going to do the second sprint in just a couple minutes. That means that we'll have done 1 hour of sprinting. Then we're off the hook. Or
Third sprint. Yeah.
Third sprint.
Fulfill the contract. It's written in blood.
I did it.
The prophecy will be fulfilled.
Yes. So we will have done good. Okay. Ooh, 24 for the month.
Nice.
Jessica, nice. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have 34 books on my currently reading list right now.
Do not go look at my Goodreads account. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone coming for me, because you could easily come for me. That is why I'm keeping my mouth shut when everybody's talking about their TBRs and everything, like, oh, you are all adorable.
No, I want people to go look, and I want them to talk to me about it and be like, look at you. Reckless out here.
There's so many I want to read, so many currently reading. I haven't updated it in years. I keep adding more to it.
I read one book at a time.
Yeah.
I read one book at a time, unless you're counting like when I'm like just picking up either a witchcraft book or a writing craft book. And I'm like, that's nonfiction. I'm not going to like, yes, I'll mark it when it's read, but I don't count that as like reading a second book in addition to a novel.
Exactly.
I don't even remember how many books I'm juggling on my Goodreads as far as currently reading, and it is accurate.
That's so funny.
I'm reading a bunch of middle grade, so my TBR is not as fun as everybody else's, because it's just a whole bunch of I mean, it's great books. I have not found a bad one yet, but it's all middle grade books.
I'm getting ready to read the Farseer. I like them.
I do too, and I'm writing them, and what I'm seeing is like middle grade books are so much better than they were when I was a kid.
Middle grade books, look, you could all come for me, and I will, very nicely say, here, have baked goods while you yell at me, but here it is. Middle grade books are better than YA. They are so much better written. I'm so sorry that you all are wounded, but here it is. Middle grade books are better than YA books. I'm so sorry that YA is crap ton.
I agree with that. There's no hormones in it.
Overall, so impressed.
Yeah.
You can't use romance to get out of writing conundrums or adventure conundrums.
Yes.
So they actually have to be higher quality. And I love them, even though, the protagonist is always very young and they're dealing with very young problems, but sometimes they're dealing with real problems, like the world is ending. We have to somehow stop it. And I love that.
Yeah. Well, which is why I was telling you. That's why I was telling you guys the other day when we were on the wrap up. I said I didn't feel like my story is going to be YA because it's not told from first person with that love interest, that none of the YA tropes are there. It is going to be told more like if it's a middle grade with a little bit older teen. So I don't feel like it's YA, but I don't know. We'll see when people beta read it. So I don't know.
And we're sprinting?
We are sprinting. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're ready.
I was already sprinting.
Oh, that's good. I got no problems with that. All right, let's go. We did it. How did everybody do? Yay!
That was a whole entire potato.
Yes,
Yeah.
we managed to avoid the chaos long enough to fit in the criteria.
Yes.
That is important, but we lost in Ashley.
Ashley experienced some technical difficulties. Tor found her.
Yes.
Tor found her, found out that she was hiding depression Skittles, and I guess internet doesn't work when you buy gray Skittles. Embrace the rainbow.
Yes.
Oh man, sometimes it just happens. I'm just gonna pop that up real quick. I do like YA though. I'm not gonna trash YA.
I enjoy
but it has its purpose. It
Yeah.
has had, it has done things for me in my life when I needed to read a YA. It has been there for me. But I do really enjoy middle grade, and you can tell by my bookshelf. Yeah.
I feel like it's seasonal, like times change. Sometimes you want to switch it up. Like it doesn't mean that one is better than the other, because I am never going to be one to kink shame. But always accept everything, and there are levels of bad and good in every genre, and you just have to accept the fact that people have different, tastes and taste levels.
Right.
That's fine.
I really think though that the point of YA is to get people to read, because I mean it's what got me reading. And then you're like, something is off about this, and you're like, you start to branch out because you can't figure out what exactly is wrong. And then the more you branch out, you're like, oh, it was the angst. I get it.
I refuse to turn YA v middle grade into pineapple v no pineapple on pizza. It's
no, you
not
can have it all.
fair.
You can
have everything.
For the pineapple pizza, you cannot have that.
But I won't have a pineapple on pizza though. But my husband and my son can.
You can have one and like it better than the other, but it doesn't need to be like an all or nothing.
Yes.
Also, I feel like middle grade, what started, or like maybe it was even younger than middle grade, I don't know. I feel like the Golden Compass has been reclassified as middle grade, but when it was written, like there wasn't really like a middle grade, much less a young adult category, and like that's what got me into reading.
Yeah,
his dark materials,
which also like now it's considered YA, and I'm like, they're turning 12, which like I guess is YA, but parts of me are like, it feels like almost more middle grade at times.
Yeah.
But it's like, those are two of my favorite books. And
I also thought that
in the US, the Golden Compass is called Northern Lights, Philip Pullman. It was made into an HBO show. I love the HBO show for everything except the main actress who plays the main character, which is a problem. And I like the movie, which everyone hated.
# not Mylena.
I did kind of want to choke her half the time, which is also why I'm not a parent. But I was like, no. Why are you like this?
I like the movie though. Everyone hated it. It was directed by the guy who wound up doing the second Twilight, and then I was like, dude, your polar bears were better than your werewolves, and that was like way before. But he moved certain things in the book around so that it made sense that like, oh, once you're in one location, let's have multiple scenes that are in that area instead of like you go to the ice place. You leave the ice place and you go back to the ice place. And people were so mad. They're like, it's not like the book. And I'm like, but it's more streamlined and it's a movie. So that's what it's supposed to be.
Yep. I just wanted to very quickly answer question 3 because challenge accepted. When I'm not in a writing mood, this usually means I've tapped out all of my creativity and need to replenish that. Lately, I've been using Lucifer to refill that well. So, boom! Mic drop.
So
The musical answer was so funny.
to number 3 question. And that is, and I can't take credit for it. Tom is the one who came up with this, and it's what he administers. Anytime I'm like, I can't write anymore. All the words are gone. I've used my lifetime allotment. And he's like, okay. And he takes me we normally go to Amazon Prime just because we have it. And they have so many trailers. And he will always have a list ready of the craziest, zadiest, weirdest movies he can find. And he has a whole process, and we've talked about him actually doing a show where he does this for everyone. But he calls it Writer Recharge, where he reads the blurb out loud to me, looks pointedly at me, and then plays the trailer, and then looks pointedly at me and goes, "Do you see?" And either the premise is so interesting, I'm like, oh, it's kind of getting like my thoughts flowing, or it's so off the wall. He's like, you have no room for imposter syndrome. Do you see a whole group of people got together and thought this was a great idea?
I love when friends do that for you. They're like,
that is how he gets me like back into storytelling every time. That it's because like imposter syndrome and just like feeling like I don't have any more good ideas. Those are like my two main reasons I get in a slump. And that is how he keeps his pet writer writing. I am his hermit that writes in my little cave. And that is what he does. And I find it works really well, at least for me. So that is what we do. And if he doesn't find anything good on Amazon, we go through YouTube, which has tons of trailers. And he's like, there's a movie we keep talking about. I'm going to mention it again. The movie is called Killer Rack. It is a cosmic horror, but it is not scary. It involves Dr. Kate Thulu, who is a plastic surgeon, and a woman comes to her who would like an implant, and implants, I guess, an elder god in this woman's bosom, so that every time she falls asleep, that's just all just from the trailer, y'all. Please. And like tentacles and like he kills people or whatever. This is the trailer, okay? And he's like, do you see how a whole group of people had to come together to make this movie? And they all thought it was a great idea. And I'm like, this is so off the wall. Oh my God. Like, it's wonderful and also inspiring in its own sort of way. So
also makes you despair for humanity just a little bit.
My answer, well, first of all, as far as the best werewolves, Zara, I think you were talking about werewolves before. I need to bring back, because I will never not say Hemlock Grove has the best werewolves in anything I've seen. And I've seen a lot.
The werewolves were last night on Glory's stream, and we were talking about how realistic it is to be caught in a love triangle with either two vampires or a vampire and a werewolf.
Yeah.
So realistic.
Oh, it happens all the time. Has that never happened to you? Oh my gosh. What world are you even living in?
I feel sorry for you.
But the answer to question 3 is, when I am having a hard time writing, then I realize it's because I've tapped out the well. And that means I'm not allowed to write anymore. Instead of trying to force it, I have to go do the self-care stuff. I have to read a lot of stuff. I have to watch a lot of TV. I'm like not allowed to put on actual pants. They have to be like sweatpants or like comfy pants, or like I just have to like nest myself and take care of me. And of course, as soon as I make the rule that I'm not allowed to write anything, you know what happens. And then I'm just sitting on the couch, swaddled in a blanket, like watching something else and being like, I want to write. I want to go right now. And I usually try to have like a time period where I'm like, even if you feel like you really want to for this time period, that's not going to happen, because you just need to be putting in, not taking out. That's mine.
Yeah, that's me. I'm like, okay, writing's not happening. I'm not going to try and force it, because I'll just frustrate myself even further, which isn't going to help. So it's break time. Definitely read something, watch a good movie, pull out my favorite adaptation. Something else needs to happen.
Make all the cookies.
So I'm with you.
Roast all the things.
Yes, I do.
I don't go into a kitchen, though. I use my toaster oven to make my bagel, because, I don't have a house.
Okay. So I've made roasted chicken out of a toaster oven before. I've also made chashu pork out of a toaster oven before. Do not mock the culinary
Toaster ovens are
abilities
so
of
versatile,
toaster ovens.
y'all.
Oh no,
lovely.
not at all. Not at all. Actually, my toaster oven, here's how I got my toaster oven, right? I knew that I needed one because I lived in a house with like a little 2-burner teeny tiny like built-in stove, and that was it. And I was in the hallway one day and someone had put a toaster oven in the hallway, but it looked brand new. And I snatched it up, ran it home, plugged it in, and it came on. And that is how I got my toaster oven.
I love that your toaster oven has an origin story.
It's like I put it out there and then the toaster oven appeared on my floor in my
toaster
home.
oven was a stray and it needed a home.
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
It did.
I mean, Chandra's out here doing the good work, of saving toaster ovens from a fate worse than death, neglect.
It was.
Yes.
It was. And I love it because I don't cook. I don't kitchen. I don't cook.
No.
I don't.
I don't kitchen.
I'll be your personal chef, Chandra.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would love that so much.
Like, that
I'm
would be
learning how to
amazing.
cook, and I'm enjoying it. But I'm never going to be one of those people who's like, oh yeah, like I'm just going to cook up a meal. It's like no. I have HelloFresh, which means I have to use it by before the stuff goes bad, and it's delicious. But I'm not going to be like, oh, you know what I should do? I should cook.
Yeah.
Now I used to love baking. But baking is a science, cooking is an art, and it's not my art.
I fully subscribe to STEAM. There is no art without science, and there is no science without art.
Yes,
Thank you.
I like it.
Whatever I need to do to show my support of that statement.
Yes.
But
Imagine like confetti and glitter and pride and cannons and whatever.
Yes.
Trumpets.
Exactly.
I love to bake.
Yes.
I do not like to cook at all.
Yes. I mean,
But I love to eat.
It's different. It's when you're cooking, you have to adjust variables. It's jazz.
Yes.
Like sometimes
It is jazz.
sometimes it's never going to turn out exactly the same. With cooking, it's expected. It's comforting. If you follow these exact steps every single time, you are going to get this product. It's comfort. It's a known path.
It does not work
Yes.
that way for me. Someone tell me what I'm doing wrong.
I love baking. Baking is like therapeutic. Just mixing things and
Baking is like it's like craft. It's like sensory. But
Yeah, it's
for me,
repeatable.
Down home
kitchen-
comfort food, BTW, is the only food that I would like to eat every single day for my life. Like, I've had so much fancy food, like being my job, but like what I want to eat. Like, people always get really shy about exposing me to their cuisine, and I'm like, no, please show me real food. What does it taste like?
one of my friends is the executive chef at a local restaurant.
Mhm.
And I was like, we were talking, we'll always do like cookouts and stuff at his house. And we were talking about cooking. And I'm like, look, I was raised vegan. I don't know how to cook meat, but I'm a carnivore. I make bad, like my chicken's bad. It's dry. He's like, so here's the trick for making chicken. Moisture. And I was like, go away. I do not like you. That is not helpful. He's like, I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm like, I love you, and I know that you're speaking truth, but I don't know what it means.
Braising it. Just
Braising is good.
if you're going to fry like chicken breast, say, make sure that there isn't that much oil in the pan, and at the very last moments that you've got the brown right, add like a splash of white wine, a splash of chicken stock at the very final bit, and then when that all evaporates, that's going to soak up in the sponge that is that chicken flesh. That was an ugly sentence.
No,
I was gonna say,
I
that was
liked
an ugly sentence, but it is very true when it comes to cooking.
I also
chicken.
have to say, I felt like, if you went to Einstein and you asked a basic question,
Mhm.
he would have given like a really like, it would have been a simple answer and it would have seemed really obvious, but it would have like hurt your heart because you've just been like, I can't understand your genius.
But what do you mean though? Like I've had those conversations with fellow chefs.
I feel like with chicken breasts, number one, brining with a sugar salt brine really is helpful the day before. But this is what I told Tom when I was teaching him to cook. Here's how it goes. When you are sauteing a chicken breast, take it off the heat right before you think it should be ready. Just if you are getting dry chicken, right in, so that you're that kind of person, say, I think it'll be ready in 5 minutes. And there you're like, right before. And see what happens. Right? Because you could always, honestly, you could always microwave it for an extra minute if it's not actually cooked all the way through. But you can't take that heat away after you've overcooked it.
Right.
So if your thinking is where you're essentially slightly overcooking it, take it away right before, see what happens, try it out, experiment a little, and be okay with not getting it exactly right the first several times.
I've decided that what I will do is just never cook. It's been working really well.
Make friends with chefs.
What about the time that you didn't get your tacos? You did not get your tacos.
That was bad. Did I tell you that I found the tacos? I think.
Tom and I literally were driving around the other day doing food delivery, and we were talking about the tacos. We were literally talking about where the tacos were found, how long after they were delivered that you had discovered them.
It was so long.
In the heat.
At the neighbors.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt bad. I still feel bad about that.
Yeah.
But I tried to call them to be like, hey, I didn't get them. Where were they?
Jessica is saying you should get a kitchen thermometer instead of guessing, and it is so true.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. This is true. And an air fryer is also amazing.
I do want to try that.
I use any sharp thing, and I put it into I put it into the middle of the chicken or whatever, touching the bone. And if I bring it up to the bottom of my lip and it burns me, it's cooked.
Look at that.
Yeah.
This is advice from a chef, everybody.
If you don't want to bring it to your mouth, put it under the center of your wrist.
I cut it and then I check, and if I don't see pink, then I check it with the thermometer to make sure that it's at the proper temperature. And then if that's cool, then I'm done.
Yep.
But if you're really like, hey, help me, okay, salsa chicken. The only ingredients are chicken and salsa. And you cook it in the slow cooker or the pressure cooker until you can pull it apart. Then you don't have to worry. It will be tender and moist, and you can use it on tacos.
This is good life advice. Am I going to do? I mean, at some point in time, I may actually try to kitchen. But
you could honestly do it in a pot, truthfully, on medium low, and just again, more salsa than you think you need because it's going to cook down. It's done. When you can pull it apart, the chicken, whether it's chicken thighs, chicken breast, both, whatever. When you can pull them apart with forks, you are done. You can freeze the leftovers for tacos later, or nachos, or just a salsa chicken sandwich on a bun. Have a great day.
Yeah. Mostly what I've been subsisting off of is mac and cheese and Cheetos. So
you're basically cheese.
You guys, you know what? I love chatting with you guys, but there's more. Everybody in the chat, there is more. Yes. There's another stream, which I'm on, by the way.
You should probably
go.
We should probably go. Let's do really quick outros clockwise around. We'll start with Sherri.
Hi, my name is Sherri. You will find me on Twitch and in basically all of the social medias under SherringFordge. I am a professional chef and mixologist, baby. So if you have questions about food and booze, hit me up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. And please subscribe to Nia's channel. We are sorry for the damage we did to your money.
I just want to point out it wasn't me this time.
Hi, I'm Glory, and my channel is Glory Writes the Blues. My Twitch stream is also Glory Writes the Blues. And yeah, I write fiction and nonfiction, and I have a wonderful time. And on Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern, I do a podcast kind of chatty live stream. This Monday, tomorrow, we're going to talk about pitches and queries. And then on Thursdays at 3:30 Eastern, I crochet on the Coffee Buddy Crafters Cafe. And we rotate between Cat Leo writing and my channel, back and forth. So, you like crochet and other crafting goodness, as well as just chat, check me out. I am, fun. Yeah. I know, I totally ended that week, but yeah, sorry.
Hi, I'm Chandra Arthur. I'm on YouTube as Chandra Arthur or other social media at SeeChanWrite. I do things, make videos about reading, writing, and books. Sometimes, Mondays and not Mondays. I never do anything on Mondays. On Wednesdays and Fridays. On Mondays. And then on Twitch and YouTube, I alternate streaming on Tuesday nights from 8 to 10.
Awesome.
My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the self-published author of 5, soon to be 6, especially since I finished the 6th book while on this stream. Thank you, Nia. I make videos about musical theater and writing on my YouTube channel, but I mostly host writing sprints on YouTube/Twitch.
And you're doing tutorials soon, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, she's muted. She's muted. There it is.
Got it. But yeah, I have a lot of them scheduled on my YouTube channel, which you have to do /Zara Hoffman AuthorTube, because I think I had saved an old account with Zara Hoffman and whatever. But on Twitch, I'm just Zara Hoffman.
Awesome. Yay. And I am Nia the Vixen of Fiction here on YouTube and on Twitch. I'm also on Instagram. Please follow all my fabulous co-hosts here. We have a good time. Sometimes we're on each other's streams, so you'll see us all the time. Guys, I had a great time. I really enjoyed this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming and joining me, guys. Thank you. All right. Bye, everybody. We will see you on the next stream.
Bye.
Long way while we end.